The desert was quiet that evening, quieter than I had ever seen it. The sky held a soft silver glow, as if the moon itself wanted to listen, and in that calmness my heart began to speak, slowly, painfully, beautifully, like a poem searching for its own voice. I walked with the wind at my side, the loyal companion that never leaves. Its whispers were gentle, reminding me of the promises I once carried, promises that were pure the way dawn light is pure on the untouched dunes. But time has its own way of sculpting the soul, carving memories deeper than any footprint in the sand. Tonight I felt those memories rise again. I remembered your laughter, the kind that moved like sunlight, filling every empty corner of my world. I remembered your steps beside mine, two shadows walking with a shared breath and a shared dream. But life has a way of shifting like desert winds. One moment we were walking together, and the next, I found myself alone, holding on to echoes instead of hands. Yet even in this loneliness, I was not broken. The desert teaches you many things. It teaches patience, because nothing grows here without fighting for its place. It teaches strength, because every dune that stands tall is shaped by storms. And it teaches loyalty, for the stars return every night, no matter how dark the evening becomes. Tonight, as I walked through that ocean of sand, I felt your presence again, not as a wound, but as a story written deep in my heart. I spoke to the night quietly. If love is meant to return, it will find its way back. If not, it will still remain a blessing. The words drifted into the air and dissolved like incense smoke, carrying my truth across the silent land. I kept walking. Every step felt like a verse, every breath felt like a prayer, and every heartbeat felt like a reminder that pain is not the opposite of love. It is the proof of it. I stopped at a dune where we once watched the sunset together. I placed my hand on the sand, and it was warm, alive, as if it remembered us. Maybe, I whispered. Some stories are written to be lived, not finished. The sky above me sparkled in agreement. The stars looked like diamonds scattered by a generous hand, each one carrying a wish we never spoke aloud. And in that endless sky, I realized something I had not understood before. You were never lost. You were simply a chapter that shaped the rest of my story. Even if our paths never touch again, the part of you that lives in me will remain gentle, will remain peaceful, will remain beautiful. And so I stood there, letting the wind pull away the heaviness inside me. It hurt, yes, but it also healed. That is the strange magic of the desert. It breaks you quietly, and then it gathers your pieces and teaches you how to shine. As I walked back toward the horizon, the night wrapped itself around me like a soft cloak. The moon followed my steps, and the wind carried the final line of my heart. The morning rose slowly like a shy guest entering the desert. Golden light spilled over the dunes, stretching across the land, the way hope stretches across a tired heart. And as the first warmth touched my face, I felt something shift inside me. A quiet beginning after a long night of silence. I walked forward, letting the soft sand cradle my steps. The desert at dawn is not a place. It is a feeling. A reminder that life always starts again, even when we think our story has reached its final page. Last night I carried weight. Today I carry meaning. There is a difference. The wind brushed against me, playful and gentle, as if it knew the storm inside me had softened. It carried the scent of faraway oases and distant falcon wings slicing the sky. Everything around me felt alive. Alive in a way that touches the soul before it touches the eyes. I thought of you again, of course, not as the ache I once held, but as a memory with soft edges, a memory that walks beside me, without holding me back. Perhaps that is what healing truly is. Not forgetting, not replacing, but allowing the heart to breathe with the memory instead of under it. I found a quiet ridge where the horizon curved gently. It looked like the earth was bowing to the sky, so I sat there letting the silence speak to me. The desert has its own language, one of patience, of surrender, of truths we only learn when the world around us becomes still. And in that stillness, I heard something I had been waiting for. My own voice, without sorrow. It spoke of strength I didn't know I carried. It spoke of wounds that had closed without warning. It spoke of a journey that was not finished, only changing. I realized then that love, true love, does not bind the heart. It teaches it how to fly. You were a chapter that taught me depth, a story that taught me tenderness, a moment that taught me how to see beauty, even in endings. For that I am grateful. I stood up again, breathing the warm morning air. The sunlight painted the world in gold, and for the first time in many days, I felt that gold inside me too. Far in the distance, a falcon soared, its wings wide, confident, unbroken. It reminded me of the dreams I once paused, the paths I once feared to take, but not anymore. Life is calling again, not with loud promises, but with a quiet certainty, a feeling that my soul is ready for its next step. So I walked not toward the past, but toward the open horizon. Each step felt lighter, as if the desert itself was lifting me forward. And as I moved, I realized something beautiful. The horizon knew my name today. It welcomed me, embraced me, waited for me, the way destiny waits for those who finally choose to walk without fear. I whispered a prayer. May my heart always remain soft, even after the storms. The wind carried those words away, tucking them into the moving sands, where they would live forever. I kept walking, my shadow long behind me, my hope rising ahead of me.